Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you. The weather is starting to change around here at nighttime and in the mornings. There's times it actually feels cold now. Although I prefer the warmer weather, I always like when fall time comes around. It's a beautiful time of year, and of course it gets you pumped for the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, that kind of thing. But I've been moving around my closet, kind of moving the summer stuff out, moving some of the winter stuff and the fall stuff in, and I thought this would be a good time to go over 3 silhouettes that I think are perfect for the colder weather. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these 3 retro silhouettes that I think are perfect for the fall and winter time. So I definitely want to get the point across too. I'm talking about these silhouettes being perfect for the fall and winter time. I think they work well in the weather. I think overall they're warmer shoes. And another good thing about these, with prices being low and everything right now, you can find multiple options of each of these silhouettes. Most likely you can find them all on sale. There's a huge selection. I'm not only talking about these colorways, I'm just saying the silhouette in general is perfect for the cooler weather, and these are all staples in my wardrobe whenever the seasons start to change. This is a standard Nike box. This is actually a collab, and I hesitated on using this shoe as an example because it's a collab. However, it's still the same silhouette, and I really think this shoe is perfect for the fall time. I always wear these on Thanksgiving and around Halloween, so I definitely wanted to share this one with y'all. When these first came out, they went crazy, but right now you can get them for a decent price, really not much over retail, and the quality and design is insane on these things. But anyhow, it's a Nike Dunk High, and this is actually the Bodega Dunk. These came out a couple years ago, and there was a lot of buzz around them, but then it quickly died off. I don't know if a lot of people don't find them as wearable as I do, but I love this pair. The colors are fauna brown, multicolor, rustic, and the retail price was $120 on these. You can see I have a goat sticker. I was unable to hit these for retail, and I paid a lot for them. Paid way more for them than what they're going for now. But anyhow, here they are. This is the Nike Dunk High, and to me the Dunk High is always just a little bit chunkier of a version of the Jordan 1 High. They both came out around the same time, but I feel like the Dunk High fits me a lot more like a boot, which makes that ideal for fall and winter time around here. But also the style, throw them on with some baggy jeans, throw them on with some sweats. They're really easy to pull off. This pair looks a little bit crazy. It may have not been the best example. I almost grabbed my Pure Platinums because they're sitting in my closet now too, and I wear them all the time, and they go with just about anything. I just grabbed these because I really do think that this design is perfect for the fall weather. And this is one of my favorite pairs of kicks. My wife loves it whenever I wear these, and I still think these are so heavily slept on. The detail on this shoe is insane. But beyond this collab with Nike and Bodega, the Nike Dunk High is a perfect option for the cooler weather. It's a high top, so if there's slush or snow on the ground, it'll help keep that out of your shoe. And most of them do just have a synthetic leather upper, which makes them really easy to wipe off. They're waterproof for the most part, and they also keep your feet pretty warm. So all that being said, the Nike Dunk High is the first option that I think is a great silhouette for the cooler weather. Let's see what they look like on feet. This is one of those pairs that I don't really think got the love that it deserved, but I kind of don't mind that in a way because you don't see everybody walking around wearing them. But as far as quality and design goes, I think these things are incredible. I feel like Bodega always goes big on their collabs. I love a unique looking shoe. And once again, I think these colors and materials Make this perfect for Thanksgiving, fall time. With all these options, there's so many colorways available. They're really affordable, easy to get. Those are all good things in my book. But anyhow, if you're familiar with this silhouette, then you already know what this is. My number 2 silhouette for the cooler weather is the Reebok Pump. The nostalgia that goes along with this shoe is just off the charts for me. The Reebok Pump rivaled Jordans at the time. And there was actually a time when I was a kid that I probably wanted pumps more than whatever Jordan was out. But a look at the tag says Pump Omnizone 2. I always go true to size on Reebok pumps. I forget what the retail on these is, but you can find different colorways of the Omnizone 2 on sale at a bunch of different websites. All right, but enough of that box talk. Look at these bad boys. If you're around my age, then you know what I'm talking about. But man, whenever you'd go on recess and somebody had a pair of these, they were getting all of the attention, you know? Everybody would want to come up to you and they'd want to fill them up with air and then hit the button and listen to that psh as the air released. They have changed the pump systems in here. The mechanisms aren't as good as what they used to be. But for me, I just love the style of these. These do have a really wide tongue. It kind of like drapes over the sides of your feet. And they also have kind of like a thick corduroy type lining. I think the Pump is probably the hottest shoe that I have in my collection. Not hot like, oh, you gotta get you a pair of these. These are hot, you know. But I mean hot like they make your feet really, really hot. So typically, I don't wear Reebok pumps unless the weather is cooler. And again, we have these nice little orange accents. This is one of the Dee Brown pairs, like the Slam Dunk Contest pairs. I think there's a white version and a black version. But of course, Dee Brown, the Slam Dunk competition, he kind of took these things to the next level whenever he took a break and then he stopped and he pumped up his shoe before winning the Slam Dunk contest. But these shoes really, really take me back to the late 80s, early 90s, and I'm all about that. Because this kind of drapes over both sides of your feet, and it's also just a really thick collar, it's got a lot of padding, and it's all solid leather. It's actually a decent quality leather as well. But these are just perfect for whenever the weather gets cooler. For the same reasons that the Dunk High is, only this one actually comes up a little bit higher. But again, the silhouette really reminds me of like a boot just because it goes up so high. I love the style of these. They're really warm. It'll keep out the moisture, and these are pretty easy to wipe off. I've actually been wearing these for a couple of years now, and they still look brand new. This is a perfect pair for the cooler weather, and the style is just wonderful in my book. Again, you don't see a whole lot of people wearing these, and again, I really, really like that. But the Pump Omnizone 2 is the second silhouette that I think is perfect for the cooler weather. Let's see what they look like on feet. This is one of those silhouettes that takes me back as soon as I put them on feet. A lot of high tops feel more like a mid, but with this silhouette, it definitely comes up high on the ankle. Those hits of orange make these ideal for the fall time as well. All right, and last but not least, I don't even have the box for this pair because I wear them so much. These kind of turned into beaters for me whenever the weather's cold. I've actually put a lot of wear into these things, so don't mind the dog hair and all the fuzzies inside the collar and that sort of thing. This is a pair of Form 84 highs. I feel like this silhouette kind of put my channel on the map. I think my review of the OG Form 84 highs was my first video to have over 1,000 views. And for a while, I went so hard on all Form 84s simply because I was really impressed with the quality. The leather on these things is insane. And really, it's across the board. Like, every pair that I've had has had really remarkable and noticeable quality. But I also like having an option that is a little less hype, that you don't see everybody wearing. And for me, I was always a Jordan guy. The Reebok pumps, I definitely went through that phase whenever I was a kid. But these came out in 1984. All three of these pairs are retro basketball silhouettes. But these came out in 84. And honestly, until I got that OG pair, they were really never on the map for me. It is funny because Jordan actually preferred this shoe to play in before he got his deal with Nike. So that should tell you something about the quality of them. But just like the other ones, this silhouette is so perfect for the cooler weather. This actually might be the highest pair out of these three that I've shown you. But you can see the ankle on these things goes a good way up your legs. So whenever they say this is a high top, this isn't a mid, this is a legit high top. It goes up nice and high, and much like the Reebok Pump Omnizones, it's got a lot of padding up here. And actually, a buddy of mine ended up buying a pair because he liked the look of them so much, and he texted me like 2 days after wearing them, and he said, they just make my feet too hot. And they are a very warm shoe, especially up here around the ankle. Down around the feet, it's a lot thinner, and I wouldn't say that they're breathable, but they're not really hot around your feet, but they do get pretty hot up around your ankles, so let that be a fair warning. But also, having this strap, you can really seal them up nice and tight, and I wore these a lot in the snow and in the slush, and they're good at keeping your feet warm, but they also keep the elements out because they go up so high and because you can cinch this strap on them. I actually customized this pair. I ended up ordering them from Adidas. It was a funny story because the pictures on the website looked like this, but then whenever I got them, all these red areas were white, but in the pictures it looked like it was a Chicago style Forum 84. And that's what I wanted. But then whenever I got them, all the red on the mudguard and the eye stays, that was all a white color. And I was thinking they sent me the wrong shoe, but here they just had the wrong pictures up. I don't know if the Chicago looking one was just a sample that they never did, but I decided to make them look like they looked whenever I ordered them and how I wanted them to look. So anyhow, this was my first and only custom that I ever did, but it turned out pretty well. This is an Eric Emanuel collab, but I would say that the quality on all Forum 84s is really consistent. So the leather looks really good on these, but it's not just because it's a collab. The quality is always on point with Forum 84 highs. You can get a ton of different colors of these right now. And just like the other two pair, I'm sure if you look, you'll be able to find some options on sale, and they're really, really affordable, especially considering the quality that you get. So the Forum 84 High is my third option that I think is great for the cooler weather. With the fall and winter time coming, this pair is just as good as the Dunk High and the Reebok Omnizone 2. I'll go ahead and throw these on so you can see what these look like. I think of the three silhouettes that I showed today, this one has the best, most consistent quality. This pair really was the first pair of customs that I ever did. Really, I don't think I've done any customs since then, but I should. I had a lot of fun doing it, and they really did turn out surprisingly well in my opinion, so if you're thinking about it, I would just give it a try. Just like I mentioned with the Reebok pumps, this is also a silhouette that really comes up high. Like a lot of high tops are more like mids nowadays, but these actually come up nice and high on the ankle, and I think that's perfect for wintertime because it keeps the snow and the slush out. So that was a quick look at three silhouettes that I think are perfect for the cooler weather. Let me know if there's a silhouette that you all gravitate towards whenever the weather starts changing. Maybe some of you down south just keep rocking low tops all year, but I tend to pull out the high tops whenever it starts getting crappy outside. But like always, I appreciate you watching so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you on the next one. I'm out.